What's up guys, it's All Day Anthony, and I am on a roll with these Grom videos lately. It's almost like somebody I know bought a Grom and that like brought new life into my love for my Grom. Next thing you know, I'm making all these videos. Do you know what I'm talking about, Jason?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Alright guys, so if you're watching my last video, you'll know that Jason here just picked up this Grom, 2015 Grom, essentially brand new with 96 miles on it for 2K even, which is nuts. And it's completely stock right now, but today that's gonna change. So we actually had some mods just fall into our lap, literally, that we're not expecting to pick up. So over the weekend during that Grom crawl, Paul with the heavily modified Grom pulled me aside and said, "Hey Anthony, I have some extra Grom parts in my garage that you might be interested. I'll shoot you some pictures later." He had 2 sets of the 2015 Enkei wheels with Power Pure tires, so 2 sets of both, I guess, so 4 wheels total. And then he had 2 brand new in the box OTB chain adjusters for the rear here, and I have been wanting to get new chain adjusters so bad. If you watched my sprocket install, you'll see how much I struggled with the stock chain adjusters because they're complete garbage. So when I saw the OTB ones, that's like the cream of the crop in terms of chain adjusters. So I said, yep, I need those as well. So I told him that I wanted 1 set of the Enkei wheels with the Power Pure tires, and then the OTB chain adjusters with the spools. So he actually helped me install those earlier today on my Grom. So Paul, if you're watching this, thank you very much. I got those all installed, and I will show you guys that later on my Grom. But Jason here picked up the other set. So same things, Enkei wheels, from the 13-15 Grom, all black with the Power Pure tires. These things only have, what, a couple 100 miles on them, basically brand new, still have the nibs on them. So he got those. Paul even threw in some levers for him, which was really nice. And then Jason picked up the OTB chain adjusters. So we're gonna do this install today, just kind of something fun. It's not gonna be super step-by-step. If you wanna know how to pull everything off, you can watch my previous sprocket install video. We're just gonna try to get this done, get his tires swapped over. All we have for the rear is going to be this Harbor Freight stand. Picked this up for 30 bucks. This is actually a really good deal. And for the front, same way me and Paul did it, I just wrestled it up and I held the Grom up, and he was able to pull off the wheel and swap the new wheel in. So this should be pretty easy, and I think we're just gonna get started. Are you excited? First mods, right?
Yep. Stock no more.
Stock no more, dude. This is how it starts. You know this, right? Like, it's all downhill from here. He's laughing now, guys. He's gonna be broke here soon. This is why you want to get rid of these, because it's such a pain. I hate this so much. So get those, and then we're gonna go ahead and break these free, and that's gonna release the whole wheel there. Then after that releases, we'll back all this out. The wheel will be free out of that. We'll pull the rod out and get started. Okay. There we go. Yep. Just pull up. There you go. All right, so now where we're at is with the wheel off, we need to get the sprockets taken off, and then we need to get this rotor taken off on this side. So if you were to ever change out the sprocket and go with the bigger one, this is pretty much what you do. This is pretty easy. So now with that off, got that. Now this should just wiggle off. Now what we need to do is we're gonna transfer this to the whole hub. That's what this is. These little, so what these are basically little rubber. Press that and transfer that over. Now what we need to do is just cut off this whale tail here, right? That thing is thing's hideous. Yeah, those things are on there, by the way. We had to impact those off, so I'm happy that you're able to remove them by hand. And then, do you have Loctite?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just use some Loctite and Loctite those back in. There's a couple things that you're gonna remove when you're doing this process that definitely need to have some type of Loctite back in there, because you don't want these vibrating themselves loose. So right here, what you'll typically do is just do like a star pattern. If you have a torque wrench, you just zip it and do like a star, but since I'm doing this by hand, Rotor's on. We're ready to rock on that end of things. Now we're gonna pull out these ghetto chain adjusters and put in the new ones. So these are the, oh, yours came with a sticker? You lucky dog. What are you gonna put that on? You gonna put that on the Grom? So this is what you would have used to adjust things versus this right here. This is way more substantial, so much nicer. Yeah, this is definitely awesome. Okay. Okay, so make sure they're backed out, and slide those in.
A little more on the top one. There we go. That's there.
Tighten it down. Going to grab the wheel, and then this spacer right here actually slides up into here. So it's actually got to go through this spacer first. You can put the spacer on here if you want. Get on that side of me, right over here. Grab this pin. I'm gonna lift this wheel.
Okay. You want me to?
You're going to, yep. You're gonna string that through, and I will stay on this side. So there we go.
Okay. Let me know when.
So this is a much easier job when you have two people. By yourself, this can be a total pain. So if you have a friend who can hold up the tire with their feet, usually helps. So what we're doing, so since you've eliminated the stock chain adjusters, we're basically just measuring the tightness, I guess, of it by rotations of the wrench here. So you just rotate it, and if we match it on each side. So if we back it all the way out, then go 5 rotations on one side, 5 rotations on the other, get it close to where it needs to be, then we can crank everything down. So after we crank this down here, that's when we would put the nut back on the other side and then crank down the swing arm bolt. And voila! The wheel tail really kills it. You can't really see how awesome the tire is because of that, but yeah, that's it. So now what we'll do is take this, just make sure the tension on these adjusters is still tight. Give that a quarter turn. This is the ghetto way to do it, guys. If you have a dedicated front stand, or if you have a way to strap the handlebars and crank it up and hold it above the ground, that's one way to do it. But we're doing the 2-person buddy method, the ghetto method, but it works. So yeah, you'll go ahead and loosen that up. That one's on there tight, so you have to really muscle that off. But Jason wore the correct shirt today to show off his guns. Nice day. So go ahead and lean this up onto the side stand, and then get ready to grab that wheel once it comes out. It's one of the spacers. All right, so now I'm gonna hold this. So now put that piece of cardboard underneath me.
Yep. Try that.
Perfect, there we go, hey! All right, so now with that done, now what we need to do is we need to swap over the front rotor. So same thing, we're gonna swap that over, put Loctite on that. The front's really easy. The hardest part that when me and Paul were doing this that we had was actually getting these spacers back in here. These spacers are a pain, so we'll just have to get those in, slide that under. What are you gonna do with your other set? You gonna swap over some dirt tires with those bad boys, or what? Powder coat them?
Wait till Justin buys a brand new one.
Yeah, right. He'll buy the new SF model and be like, hey, do you want some stronger NQ wheels?
Yeah.
All right, so getting this thing wedged in here, so we gotta put the rotor up into the brake. Got Jason holding this up, balancing up on the side stand. Makes it a lot easier. Now we need to get the spacer in here. So the spacers, that's kind of hard to do because this has got a wedge into that. Bam. So here she goes. New tires, dude, that was quick, man. Like I said, it took me and Paul a little longer, so need to build that up. I feel like I could do this for a living now. Just start bringing me your Groms. I mean, granted, you have to have the tires already mounted on the wheels for me to do this. I don't have that part dialed in, but I have everything else going for me. So, I mean, having these chain adjusters on here, those are awesome as well, dude. So,
Thanks for the help.
yeah, that worked out good. Dude, you're stressing me out right now. Yeah, just hit that Kia here. Dude, you look like a true bro right now. These American flags in the background. You're wearing this blue shirt. Just, it is Memorial Day. All right, guys. So between you and I'm glad that thing didn't fall apart, because I mean, honestly, I barely know what I'm doing. So I know a lot of you guys are probably just, you know, losing your minds over this Evo, saying, "Wow, this is the cleanest Evo. Wow, this is so nice." But you guys know what the cleanest car is here? It's actually this Honda Civic. They just don't make them like this anymore, you know? Oh, hey, Jason's back. How'd it handle? Huh? Let me go take it for a rip. Dude, this thing moves. This thing gets up and goes. All right, guys, so I thought I'd make a quick follow-up video. I mentioned that I also picked up a set of the Michelin Power Pures. So here they are. They are the 140, 70, 12 in the back. So it's 10 wider than the stock tire. The stock tires are 130. Bumping up to 140, yeah, it's wider, but it's really about the same as the stock 130. So these are a little thinner, so the 140 looks the best and feels the best, I guess, according to most people. Basically, brand spanking new set of wheels as well. And I'm pretty sure that Paul, the guy that we got these from, dude, I'm pretty sure these tires and wheels, I think they have, you know, like, I think less than a couple hundred miles on them. He almost swapped those out instantly the second he got the 2 Groms that he has. So I did those, and then the OTB chain adjusters. So these right here do have the spools. So Jason got the version without these spools. I got the ones that come with the spools. So if I were to get a stand in the future that had the spool attachment, I would actually lift it up by these rear spools back here. But it's kind of nice because it adds a little bit more crash protection in case the bike were to fall. Instead of scuffing up my swing arm, it would scuff up those little pegs there. So the 420 Reinstall gold chain still feels awesome. These are so much nicer than the stock adjusters. Like, seriously, guys, night and day difference. Like, holy crap, one of the best mods I've done to the bike, hands down. If you haven't swapped out your chain adjusters already, definitely do it. These are a ton easier to use. They're stronger. They're just a much nicer purchase. So, yep, so that's the rear there. And then the front, obviously nothing special. Again, whole new set of wheels, whole new set of tires. So I still have the second set of the NK wheels with the Vee Rubbers, but those Vee Rubbers have seen better days, so I'll figure out something to do with those. Anyways, guys, yeah, quick walk around of the bike with the new setup. Everything looks awesome. Still loving the Zoom Loop exhaust, Pro Taper handlebars. I get questions about these all the time. What bars do I have? And those are the Honda mini bars. Öhlins rear shock. And then, I guess the other thing too is the bar end mirrors. A lot of people ask me what these are, what brand they are. They're the Cowell bar end mirrors. I'll put the link down in the description there for Amazon. So that's those. Harbor Freight stand again. And this is my SD Stuntworks subframe that I got from SD Stuntworks. Thanks to them for sending that out, because it's an awesome subframe. I think for the price, you still can't get a better subframe than that. So anyways, that's the bike, guys. I'm in this video. If you guys like this video, give me a like, thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.